Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've made a proper video. This is something that's been on my mind for a little while now. Been back in Australia for a few years now, and my life has changed in many ways while I've been here. In some ways it's good and some ways bad, and you'll see some of the good in this video of me hanging out with my friends one weekend in Melbourne while I talk about this topic that's important to me. I've always had a complicated relationship with my concept of home. Being an Asian growing up in Australia, I always felt too Asian for Australia, but too Australian for Asia. I think moving to Korea definitely made it feel more complicated because once I got there, there were a lot of things that made me feel much more at home, but a lot of things that made me feel foreign. Then after finding my way back, I ended up in a similar position where some things made me feel more at home, whereas other things made me feel foreign, even though I'm in my home country. Though fortunately, like you can see in this video, a lot of Korea and Asia are present in Melbourne, which really allow me to feel a piece of both parts of me. Around the last couple of years in Korea, I felt like I was settling into a life that I was really starting to comfortably enjoy. I actually felt really content with my life. Work wasn't too hard or busy, I liked where I was living, and I had a pretty solid group of friends. I found that when I came back, I was trying really hard to recreate what I had, and unfortunately, the more I tried, the further I got from it. It was a sad thing for me when I had to realize that in reality, that thing I cherished was gone, and constantly chasing it was only hurting myself. It's been a long journey of discovering this and what my next steps are, but it eventually became clear that I needed to find a new normal. New friends, new favorite places, and a new lifestyle. After I started looking for the new instead of the old, it was as if I was finally free, no longer chasing what was no longer attainable. Even though I've still got a long way to go, I feel like I've finally taken the first steps of turning my hometown into my home. So how about you? Do you feel comfortable and settled where you live? If not, what do you think it is that's making you feel out of place? It's not always easy to answer. It took me moving to another country for years to realize what sort of makes where I live a home for me. You might just have this feeling of wanderlust, feeling lost or empty and out of place where you live, and you can't really explain why. From my experience, you can never really just know the real reason until you look for it. Especially when you're young, it's really helpful to spend some time finding yourself and doing those things which seem too scary, such as moving to another city or country. Once you start looking for yourself, you never know who you'll find. So I hope that if you're as lost as I have been, that you'll start this journey.